And so I'm now teaching cycle and bar. I love it so much. I feel like I've really gotten to a place, like I said, where it's not about my look or my size anymore. It's truly about the way that I feel. And I think when you start taking that first step, everything follows. But I do kind of want to shift a little bit. So yeah, that's just kind of some backstory about my fitness journey. But again, like getting to a place where it's not about your size and body positivity, it's hard. And it's a lot better said than done. Somebody asked a question, what's the first step to body positivity? And I think it's hard to break it down into just a first step. But something that I really try to convey to the people in my class, and something I say a lot in my class is, really is the first step is positive self-talk. I don't know if you guys really talk about that at school or with your moms or anything like that, but what you're saying to yourself, whether it's out loud or inside your head, is so important. If you constantly are saying to yourself in your head, oh, I don't like the way I look, oh, I wish I could change this. I know it's hard, it's involuntary. Your mind just says it to you, but you're gonna start believing that stuff. And if you're gonna start believing that bad stuff, then if you switch it to good stuff, you're gonna start believing that too. So it's okay if involuntarily your mind still, says, oh, I wish I didn't look like this way. But then you have to be conscious and say, you know what? No, I love you, body. And it's okay if you don't believe it at first, but if you do it long enough, you really will start to, I promise you. And I think that's truly the first step. And it's not just about your look too, every day I make mistakes, I fail, I mess up, and I'm like, oh, like you're so stupid, Mackenzie, like why did you do that? And then consciously I have to notice that and be like, no, wait, you can make mistakes, it's okay. It's, you're not a failure. You can just get back up. So I think just being conscious of that and, not letting your programming just control you, because that really is what that first thought is your programming, It's what you're taught as girls to think, I have to be small, I have to be one size, I have to be this perfect size. And no, you don't. You're perfect just the way that you are, but you really have to train yourself. You have to unprogram yourself to believe that. So really, I think that is the first step. But I think after you start working on talking to yourself that way, the second step is then being that person for the other women around you also. So just like I said, it can be crazy intimidating to step into a new studio space, where you don't know anybody, where you feel like you're going to get judged because nobody looks like you. Same thing with your friend group or your classroom or your basketball or volleyball or track or whatever your dance, whatever you're interested in, whatever your activity is, you have to be consciously working on making that space a positive space for the other girls around you, because your friend, though she may not show it, she's probably struggling with the same things that you are. And so you have to be that positive, you have to be that person that you would want. When you are nervous, when you're scared, when you need a friend to say, hey, it's okay, like we're gonna do this together, we're in this together, I'm feeling the same way. You want somebody to be that for you, you have to be that for a friend. So, we're all in this together, we're all trying to unprogram ourselves. But I think you guys, especially right now, as you're young, if you can work to create a space in whatever you're involved in to where the other girls around you feel like they can step in, feel like they're safe, they're comfortable, they're supported, they're motivated, then, I think that we can really, really work on why we all, in the first place have to work on body positivity, right? I'm not saying that boys don't deal with this, they definitely do. However, I think it's something that we are really programmed, from the time we are about 10 years old as girls. And so if we can start as early as possible to just create spaces where we feel supported by each other, then, maybe eventually we won't feel like this at all.